Anthony Geary, the iconic television actor whose portrayal of Luke Spencer transformed daytime television and left an indelible mark on American pop culture, has died at the age of 78 due to complications from a medical procedure. His death was confirmed by his husband, Claudio Gama, who described the loss as sudden and deeply devastating for their family and friends. "It was a shock for me and our families and our friends," Gama told TV Insider. "For more than 30 years, Tony has been my friend, my companion, my husband." For generations of television viewers, Anthony Geary was more than an actor. He was a defining presence in the golden era of soap operas, a performer whose charisma, unpredictability, and emotional range helped elevate General Hospital from a long-running daytime drama into a cultural phenomenon. Over the course of nearly 4 decades, Geary's work reshaped expectations of what a soap opera hero could be, blending vulnerability, edge, romance, and moral complexity in ways rarely seen on daytime television before his arrival. Early life and roots in Utah. Anthony Dean Geary was born and raised in Utah, far from the bright lights of Hollywood and the soundstages of Los Angeles where he would later make his name. His upbringing in the American West instilled in him a grounded sensibility that would remain evident throughout his life, even as fame found him on an extraordinary scale. As a young man, Geary developed an interest in performance and storytelling, drawn to acting as a means of exploring human emotion and identity. In the late 1960s, he made the pivotal decision to leave Utah and relocate to Los Angeles, a move that would place him at the center of the entertainment industry during a time of profound cultural change. Los Angeles in the late 1960s was a city in flux, shaped by social upheaval, artistic experimentation, and an expanding television landscape. For an aspiring actor like Geary, it offered both opportunity and uncertainty. He arrived determined to pursue a career in Hollywood, taking on auditions and early roles that would slowly build his resume and sharpen his craft. Early career and television appearances. Geary's first credited acting role came in an episode of the television series Room 222, a popular drama that reflected contemporary social issues and showcased young talent. The appearance marked his formal entry into television acting and opened the door to a series of small but meaningful roles across a range of well-known programs. Throughout the early 1970s, Geary appeared in episodes of All in the Family, Dan August, Mod Squad, and The Partridge Family, each role contributing to his growing experience and visibility. These guest appearances placed him alongside some of the most influential television creators and performers of the era, exposing him to different styles of storytelling and performance. He also appeared in the 1971 film Johnny Got His Gun, a project that demonstrated his willingness to engage with challenging material and socially conscious narratives. During this period, he was often credited as Tony Geary, a name that became familiar to casting directors and audiences alike. While these early roles did not yet bring him widespread recognition, they laid the foundation for a career defined by adaptability and emotional depth. Geary was steadily building a reputation as a dependable actor capable of inhabiting a wide range of characters. Breakthrough on General Hospital. Everything changed in 1978, when Anthony Geary was cast as Luke Spencer on ABC's General Hospital. At the time, the show was already a staple of daytime television, but it was about to enter an era of unprecedented popularity. Luke Spencer was introduced as a street-savvy hustler, a character with rough edges, charm, and a moral ambiguity that set him apart from traditional soap opera leads. From his earliest appearances, Geary brought an intensity and magnetism to the role that immediately captured viewers' attention. What began as a supporting character soon evolved into the centerpiece of the series, driven largely by Geary's performance and the audience's overwhelming response. Luke Spencer was unpredictable yet deeply human, capable of tenderness and violence, humor and heartbreak. Luke and Laura. A cultural phenomenon. One of the defining elements of Geary's legacy was the on-screen romance between Luke Spencer and Laura Weber, played by Jeannie Francis. Their relationship became one of the most famous pairings in television history, transcending the boundaries of daytime drama and entering mainstream pop culture. The Luke and Laura storyline reached its apex in 1981, when the characters' wedding episode aired on General Hospital. An estimated 30 million viewers watched live, making it the highest-rated soap opera episode in American television history, a record that remains unmatched. The wedding was more than a television event, it was a cultural moment. Families gathered around televisions, workplaces adjusted schedules, and media outlets covered the broadcast as though it were a national occasion. Geary and Francis became household names, their fictional romance treated with the fervor typically reserved for major Hollywood stars. In recognition of their impact, Geary and Francis appeared on the cover of Newsweek in 1981, a rare honor for soap opera actors and a testament to the reach of their performances. The cover symbolized the moment when daytime television commanded the same cultural attention as primetime programming. Expanding the scope of General Hospital. Anthony Geary's influence on General Hospital extended beyond romance. His character helped usher in a new era for the show, expanding its narrative scope far beyond its original medical framework. Under storylines centered around Luke Spencer, General Hospital incorporated elements of espionage, mob intrigue, and international adventure. These plots took characters out of hospital corridors and into high-stakes scenarios involving danger, mystery, and global travel. Geary embraced these shifts with enthusiasm, bringing credibility and emotional weight to storylines that might otherwise have felt implausible. His performance grounded even the most dramatic arcs in character-driven storytelling, helping audiences invest in increasingly ambitious narratives. The evolution of the show mirrored broader changes in television, as soap operas experimented with genre blending and cinematic storytelling. Geary stood at the center of that evolution, his work serving as a bridge between traditional daytime drama and more expansive forms of serialized entertainment. A record-breaking career. From 1978 to 2017, Anthony Geary appeared in an extraordinary 1,997 episodes of General Hospital. His longevity on the series was matched by critical recognition, making him one of the most decorated performers in daytime television history. Geary received 17 nominations for Daytime Emmy Awards, winning 8, more than any other actor in the category. The awards recognized not only his popularity but also his technical skill, emotional range, and commitment to his craft. Each win reinforced his status as a defining figure in daytime drama, and his performances continued to evolve over time, reflecting both the character's growth and Geary's own artistic development. Despite his success, Geary maintained a complicated relationship with fame and the demands of long-term television work. He was known for taking breaks from the show, returning when the story and circumstances aligned with his creative interests. Retirement and final appearances. Anthony Geary officially retired from the role of Luke Spencer in 2015, bringing an end to nearly 4 decades of defining work. His departure marked the close of an era for General Hospital and for daytime television more broadly. In 2017, he made a brief cameo appearance, offering fans a final glimpse of the character that had become synonymous with his name. The moment served as both a farewell and a celebration, honoring the impact of his work on the series and its audience. Following his retirement, Geary stepped away from the public eye, choosing a quieter life focused on personal fulfillment rather than professional demands. Life in Amsterdam and marriage. After leaving General Hospital, Geary relocated to Amsterdam with his longtime partner, Claudio Gama. The move represented a deliberate shift toward privacy and reflection, away from the relentless pace of American television production. Geary and Gama had shared more than 3 decades together before marrying in 2019. Their relationship, rooted in companionship and mutual respect, was central to Geary's life beyond his acting career. In his husband's words, their bond extended far beyond romance, encompassing friendship, partnership, and shared history. For those close to Geary, his personal life was marked by loyalty, depth, and quiet devotion. Anthony Geary's legacy is inseparable from Luke Spencer, yet his impact reaches far beyond a single role. He helped redefine what daytime television could achieve, proving that soap operas could generate mass cultural moments, complex storytelling, and enduring emotional connections with audiences. His work influenced countless actors, writers, and producers, many of whom cited Luke Spencer as a template for layered, morally complex characters. Geary's willingness to take creative risks expanded the boundaries of serialized television and set new standards for performance in the genre. For viewers, his presence was a constant through decades of social and cultural change. Luke Spencer grew older alongside the audience, reflecting shifting values, relationships, and storytelling styles. Remembering Anthony Geary. Anthony Geary is remembered as a trailblazer, a record-breaking performer, and a defining figure in television history. His death marks the loss of an artist whose work resonated across generations and whose influence reshaped an entire medium. For his fans, colleagues, and loved ones, his legacy lives on in the countless episodes that continue to air and in the memories of moments when daytime television captured the imagination of millions. As his husband Claudio Gama expressed, Geary was not only a celebrated actor but also a lifelong companion, friend, and partner. Those who knew him remember a man of intelligence, depth, and quiet strength, qualities that informed both his personal life and his extraordinary career. Anthony Geary's contributions to television endure, ensuring that his work, and the era he helped define, will not be forgotten.